Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. In this video I was thinking we could paint a landscape, a beautiful landscape with some gorgeous pink clouds. And I think the hardest part and our main focus in this video will be the sky with those clouds, but I think we can manage that and have fun along the way. So let's get started. First thing I did is pre-wet the entire paper, but this time I did not draw a sketch for myself, but of course if it would make it easier for you, you can just block in where your sun is going to be and also maybe where the land is going to be, so you just have the idea where you're gonna place everything in your painting. Next thing I'm doing is with mix of Mother Lake Red Light and Ultramarine. I'm starting off with at the top of my sky, and in the middle part I'm using Cadmium Yellow Medium, and on the bottom some warmer red Cadmium Red Light. If you don't have those exact colors, that is also okay. You can use any violet color, yellow and some warmer red for your sky. It don't have to be the colors, exactly the colors that I'm using, and just keep that in mind. Right now I'm picking up the paint with my tissue paper for the sun. I did not try to avoid painting the sun, as you could have seen, but right now when I finished my sky and while it is still wet, I just pick up the paint and there you go, there is the sun. So while the paint is still wet, you can of course pick it up and get some beautiful shapes in whatever form you like. As you could have seen, after my paint completely dried, I slightly pre-wetted again with my flat brush and then started to add the clouds, and I'm using quite pigmented color. I did not desaturate it with water, but I left it to be pretty vibrant. And this time with smaller round brush, tip of it, I'm just tapping in the paint and letting the paint to spread on the paper while the paper is still wet. That is just a perfect way to paint those fluffy clouds, and this is the effect that we wanted to get right here. At the bottom I just added a little bit of cadmium red light into my mixture to get those, well, some different color clouds that will actually go better with the lower part of my sky, which is also in that color. And on the clouds that are in between of those two different clouds, I just beneath them I added a little bit of that mixture just to make a beautiful and softer transition. In the part where I left my white for the sun, I just added a little bit of cadmium yellow medium around the sun to make it pop even more, and later on I added cadmium lemon to make it stand out even more. When my sky fully dried, I'm moving on to painting the land, and I'm painting it with sepia that has a little bit of that mixture of cadmium red light and Mother Lake red light in it, so it looks like it's reflecting a little bit of that sky in my land. And on the corners of the ground I'm adding only sepia to darken that part a bit and to give the impression that there is just some reflection and some shine from my sun on the land in the middle part. I also decided to paint some smaller trees in a distance in my horizon line, so I'm using a script brush and I just made a couple of lines, vertical lines for tree trunks, and adding some leaves, some foliage with the tip of my brush, and I'm also using sepia for the trees on the side, and trees in the middle part I'm painting in with burnt sienna to make them look like they are lightened by the sun. For that tree on the right side that is closest to us, I'm using pretty much saturated sepia because I want that one to be a little bit darker than the other ones that are distant from us. As always, all the materials I'm using are listed down in the description box, so you can of course check it out, see what colors and what brands I'm using. You can also find there the links for those products, and if you make a purchase by using those links, I have to say I will receive a small commission and be very grateful to you, but of course only if you were planning to buy your supplies, and also those the same as I'm using. Right now you can see me tapping in the foliage with the old fizzled brush. That is a flat brush that its bristles are quite ruined, and this one is perfect for that tapping in the foliage and also for sprinkling the smaller sprinkles. I actually wanted to add a little bit of those sprinkles because of course there is not enough splatters in any painting, and just to make a little bit the impression that maybe some leaves are falling off and flying away, so I just added a couple of splatters, and at the end added a little bit of darker sepia on the corners to make that middle part pop even more. And with that, I'm finishing off this painting and of course this video. Thank you guys a lot for watching, for sticking to the end, for all the support you're giving me. Please, if you like this video, hit the like button, comment, share, and if you haven't still, please subscribe to my channel. It would really mean a lot to me. And I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!